Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, I am Brandon Gordon Gabb of GabbGames.com, and this is Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero, an official review. I am 26 hours into the game, so I can officially give it a review. 26 in-game playing hours. Not like I had the game for 24 hours. 26 in-game playing hours. So, here's an official review. I started with my last video, it was cut off. Sorry about that. I'll make sure I go delete it.
Yo, how goes it?
So,
Sure.
that battle,
Catch you
that
guys
thing
again.
down there is
Go,
sensitive,
go!
because this is a brand new control.
You were never one to sit
So
still.
I'm not worried about that.
Oh, hey, Dad.
Okay, see ya.
Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero is your typical Dragon Ball Z game. Fight, 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 so you can't fight anymore. If you're looking to play, it's typical. It's all about the fighting. They give you a story mode
You got all kinds of
just to be like there's a little meat to it. But at this point, we've all played or watched Dragon Ball Z episodes. If you played Budokai, if you played Legacy of Goku 1 and 2, if you played, what else? Budokai Tenkaichi, just about all of them play the same as far as story mode. We go through the story of Dragon Ball Z. We all know the story at this point, if you've been following, of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. We all know the story at this point if you've been following. If not, you might be like, oh wow, surprise. But if you're a fan and you got this game, more than likely you know the Dragon Ball Z story. So story mode, how many times are we going to go through the Frieza battle? How many times are we going to go through the Vegeta battle? How many times are we going to go fight Cell? How many times are we going to fight Majin Buu? Because they drop games quite often, a lot more than people would like to admit. So the story mode, we've been through story mode. In most Dragon Ball Z games, they'll give you a few what-if episodes. And that does this does that too. You know, you go through the story, a continuous Goku story. There's a path where it might branch off. Like in the beginning, I could choose to fight Raditz alone. Like, we kind of already did this. It's not necessarily new. But it is true to form the Dragon Ball Z story. If you like the story of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, you'll like this game. You'll like the story mode. But that story mode isn't where this game shines. This game stands out and shines from the custom battle.
Goten, get a load of this.
What I mean by it shines from the custom battles is you have bonus content, bonus battles. Bonus battles are battles created by the development team. That's supposed to have sort of their own story. You know, it's supposed to build up a story the way the development team sees Dragon Ball Z. That's what these custom battles are supposed to be for. Why? Because this is the way they see Dragon Ball. Why? Because this is Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero. Any Zero could turn to a hero and be a star. That's the point of the custom battle mode, the bonus battles. Now, custom battle mode, again, like I said, bonus battles are stories created by the developers. You can go to custom battles and you create your own story. Right now, my story is Yamcha is tired of being Yamcha. He's tired of being at the bottom of the barrel. So Yamcha wants to train to become the best ever. Train to become stronger. Anybody that says no matter how much training Yamcha does, can't become stronger, you're not a fan of Dragon Ball Z. Shut up. Kiss my ass. If you believe no matter how much training Yamcha can do, he can't get stronger, there's no reason for Goku and Vegeta to be training to fight Beerus. Beerus has way more power. He is divine. And He's been doing this way longer than they've been born. So there's no way they can catch up to Beerus if Yamcha can't catch up to Goku or Vegeta. Just by logic. Dragon Ball Z is all about training to become better. That's all it's about. No matter how much you fail, how much you succeed, with hard work and dedication, you can surpass your limits. That's what Dragon Ball Z is about. And Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero, the custom battle mode, helps you create your own Dragon Ball Z story arc. This is where the real shine of Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero is. Being able to create your Dragon Ball Z arc, the way you see things. That's where the real real meat of the story mode comes from. World Library, if you get tired of creating your own episodes, you can go play through different episodes. And as we can see, a lot of people they're not necessarily creative. So far, we got that's different. Cell revives. Let's bring back Cell. So I'm assuming Black. We've seen that in Goku Black story arc. Goku versus Broly. Vegeta versus Gogeta. Of course, that's a fan favorite. A rematch with Goku Black. We haven't seen Android 17 in them training. Broly's Rampage, we've seen that. Kakarot versus Vegeta, we've seen that. Vegeta and Goku come together to fight, we've seen that. Vegeta and Goku again, we've seen that. You know what I'm saying? There's not a... It's like, we've seen a lot of them. You know, when it comes to creative battles, so you have to create your own storyline. You know, how creative can you get? Like I said, my storyline is making Wolfgang Fish great again. I have two storylines actually, because there's this thing called Dragon Ball Universe I was creating. And in Dragon Ball Universe, Planet Vegeta is still around, King Vegeta is still around, but so is Goku and Vegeta. It's basically, we watch the meltdown between the Frieza Force and the Saiyan, and how that play out. In the story, because of the way, what we know about Frieza, Frieza is an arms dealer who hires the Saiyans as his mercenary group. And then being an arms dealer, you know, first thing he brings the Saiyans are the scouts. And during the scout thing, you know, they find out, you know, even though they could hide their power level, they get a little nervous, like the Saiyans getting strong type thing. So they're actually on good terms. And, you know, throughout different adventures, there start being animosity between the two. And one adventure would be like, I don't know, just twist on how I have things. For example, Frieza and the Frieza Force created the android. Why? Because Frieza is an arms dealer. He created the android to not only be a training force for his army and the Saiyans, but also as a replacement to the Saiyans. So he don't have to, you know, an autonomous being that listens to your every whim, that doesn't have the free will of Saiyans. So he started creating the android. One of their Frieza and the Saiyans' biggest enemies will be Majin Buu and the Tuffles. Because Baby is a version of Majin Buu, but instead he's kind of a weaker version. He can't absorb their body and acclimate it to his own like Majin Buu can. They have to take over other people's bodies, like a parasite. Majin Buu is a stronger version that he could absorb people and they become a part of him, not them become a part of them. And it's just certain ways I got the story going. You know, Broly already here in this universe, his power is latent. You know, Broly's gonna be the first one to snap and show his true power against the Frieza Force, which is why they're gonna start fearing the Saiyans. Like, oh shit, they're stronger than we thought. But again, custom battle is where the Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero storyline shines, because you can create your own Dragon Ball episodes and things can play out the way you want it. It doesn't have to be Goku versus Vegeta. Your show don't even have to center around Goku. Episode battles, again, we've seen everything in episode battles.
Okay, see ya.
Character scaling
Exciting already.
is,
Come with me.
it's not bad, but it's not great. My beef with character scaling in Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero is with this supposedly to be a new universe, because it's not Dragon Ball Z Sparkling Zero, it's not Dragon Ball Super Sparkling Zero, it's Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero. The whole point of the custom battles is it's a new universe. It's there to remind you this is a new universe. So there's no way outside of plot armor that Goku is stronger than Yamcha at this point. Other than we all know Goku. But this group of fighters is hard to explain as far as certain power level difference, because I've been working with my group of fighters for a while. The whole 26 hours is in this group. But okay, here's the first thing when it comes to power scaling. Let's look at Yamcha and look at Majin Buu avatar pictures at the top screen. Next to Yamcha, you have 3 green dots, and that's 3 health bars plus the half of health bar that he has now, which is full, which is green. Yamcha has 3.5 health bars of life. Majin Buu has 1, 2, 3 health bars plus this full health bar. So he has a full total of 4 health bars. Yamcha has a total of 3.5 health bars. That's the first thing when it comes to power scaling difference. What health does the characters have compared to other characters? Second thing is charge time. Now we're in Sparkling. Our ability meter is declining rapidly. We need our ability meter to do special moves. The after energy power up to the very limit, command nail will fang fist. Only in Sparkling can we do the Spirit Ball. That's our ultimate attack. The points, you need points to use certain things, and without those points, you can't use it. Those points also help with clashes and things like that. Now, there's 2 ways to play defense. A lot of people right now, they cheese the perception button. What I mean by they cheese the perception button, this is my perception stance. If I hold down the perception button and I'm attacked while I'm holding down the perception button, it'll be an automatic counter. We'll do that, let him attack. See, automatic counter. Some people don't play real defense. They let the perception button do it for them. Now, this is my guarding stance. It's a whole different stance. It's a good block, a good parry, and it helps with the vanish a bit. Just a bit. But a lot of people don't hold down that block button. That perception button is a lot of people's best friend. There's 2 ways to get through her section. The first way is a key blast. The second way is a
This is
grab.
getting exciting already.
You can't block a key blast. You can't block a grab in perception.
Hey,
That's one of my
Vegeta's
biggest
not
pet
here.
peeves in the battle system. The battle system is fairly good.
Contestant Tian Shin,
Things like
do you know
that.
anything to say?
Goku, did you come to...
This gallery thing down here is a little sensitive. This is a brand new control. I bought this control last month, beginning of last month. There's no reason that it got stick drift.
I have some very special.
Outside of just the thing being sensitive at the bottom.
Yo,
I paid $90 for this control.
how goes it?
So that's on the developer. You'll find some of the best matches. Like, it's
Good to
different.
see you, Dad.
I've been playing fighting games since I've been like 12, 13. Like, I was a Tekken main for a while, Soul Calibur, Mortal Kombat,
Who's gonna be my next opponent?
Soul Blade. That's how far my fighting goes, guys. I was Soul Blade main first.
Piccolo might be disappointed if I lose. I can't let him down.
As far as some of the best fights you'll get
You've
will be
grown
in the
to become
tournament.
quite strong. Now
World
I
tournaments
see
pretty
your
fun.
improvements up close.
There are different tournaments.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
don't play
win.
online. It's,
The fiercest fighters have gathered here today.
playing online don't mean that they're good. Okay, there's different tournaments. Like World Tournament is a single battle. Cell Games is a single battle. Other World Tournament, a single battle. Tournament of Destroyers is a team battle. Tournament of Powers, team battle. Yamcha Games is single battle where everybody, you pick a character and they fight their way up to fight Yamcha. World Tournament has ring out on the stage. Cell Games have no ring out. That's just the difference in the two matches. That's really the only difference. Other World Tournament, do they have ring out? I'm not sure. They might. But it's not bad. Yeah. No, lose if out of bounds off. So no ring out. Just change your level. This one you can't switch characters in the Tournament of Destroyers. It's more of a gauntlet type of battle. This one you can. The tournaments are pretty cool. The tournament brackets are randomized when you choose the tournament, so you're not playing the same tournament over again. And
It's good to see you, Dad.
it's not bad. But I believe in training is where you get the real good battles. Why? Because it takes a while to even warm up in battle. At least
I
to me.
wonder who I'm gonna be fighting first.
What I mean by that, again, somebody might be choosing the perception button. You know, people just might pick strong characters. It's not a real determination of who's good. Because I could fight all day. You know, so a lot of people in those battles, they're just playing a health bar. Whether the battle on the controls are real or not.
Strong around here.
What I mean by they're just playing a health bar, as a veteran in fighting games, I realize there are two battles going on.
Who's gonna be
There's
my
the battle you
next
see on,
opponent?
this is just video games, period. If you're a 2K player, you'll understand what I mean too. There's the battle on what you see on the TV. You know, Kamehamehas and Final Flashes
You
and
were the one who
clashes.
helped me to grow stronger, Piccolo.
Health bars dissipate. But then there's an actual fight. For all those Kamehamehas you just hit, you feel the rumble and the resistance on the control when you're actually making contact with the other
I
player.
wonder who I'm gonna be fighting first.
Sometimes you do all this stuff get rid of health bars, and you never touch the other player at all.
I'm real excited to test out my skills.
You're just playing the health bar, you're not playing the actual match. And this is just something that comes with being a veteran gamer. You understand these things. Same thing with 2K. You ever play 2K and you're like, I don't feel any resistance on the control? That's because you and your opponents are not face to face. You're not playing head up. You know? Or because you're playing head up on the controls and what you see on the controls don't match what you see on the screen because people button mash. People button mash trying to play too fast. So they're not keeping up with what's going on the controls and the screen. That's what I mean. That's how it ends up to two separate battles. You know, you ever seen somebody wide open, or they think they're wide open, and they're like, how I missed that shot? It's because you're not paying attention to the battle on the controls. The whole time while you think you're open, that player might seem open, but the real battle is over here on the left, and I'm cutting off your left with the defense. Because I cut off your left on the defense, you no longer have an open lane, so you feel the resistance on the control. And that quote-unquote open character that you have miss a wide open layup because the defense is where the defense is supposed to be, which is on the left covering the hole. Some people play what they see on screen. Some people play the control. I try to make them both match up. I want them to sync up. With computers, I haven't played online yet, but I have played real people in the battle mode. And I know the difference when I play real people because they start doing the whole block thing. If you ever seen that, you've seen it. They tap the block button twice or three times, like how a first-person shooter player hit the crouch button 3 times, like hello, hello, hello. Do the same thing with the block button. They'll throw up their guards 3 times. Like I'm a real person.
Piccolo might be disappointed if I lose. I can't let him down.
So that's just how different in skill and, you know, things are. All in all, the game is so good, I might make it my family home. My gaming home. I said family home. My gaming home. Summoning Dragon, I've done it once. You get the option of characters, money, costumes, and something else.
What do you usually spend your time doing, Dende?
Last time I chose the money because you can buy characters also.
Hey! Yo!
Stop customizing. You can buy characters.
Is there anything special
Outside
that
of
you
buying
want?
characters, I don't think there's much here, honestly. Because outfits, like, even for all the characters that they are,
I know. Decisions.
I can't create a team with matching outfits. So outfits don't necessarily matter. You know, like, I can't even deck out my team together. But as far as getting money, it's fairly simple enough. You don't need to, you know, you fight tournaments, you fight single battles, you get money.
I get it. You just want it all.
Because
don't
this
you?
game isn't about making you jump through super hoops to
I know.
purchase characters.
Decisions.
It's about creating your episode. Actually, do my brother.
You've got
They want you to create your episodes to create a good story. So maybe they're like, hey, please come and write for us. Or can we adapt that? Things like that.
Impressive. You've got a good eye. Impressive. You've got a good eye.
So there's just
A big
certain
spender,
things
huh?
that's like,
Spending money always feels so good.
you gotta understand it, you know, in order to understand it.
I always take my time when I go on a shopping spree, too. Well, did you find something you want? I don't really
I don't really
get
care
it,
for
but
music, so I'll probably turn down and
and
turn off the background
You
music.
should try it.
Voice
Let's
over
get
is
you in a
like, yeah.
spending mood. Oh yeah, I've got this too.
Ability items, I don't really care for. Just the equivalent to
Wish
steroids
my
to me.
husband would take me shopping a little more often.
You know, nothing, everything special out of you came out of a pill. Nothing came from practice, nothing came from
I
training.
get it. You just
So
want it
I
all,
don't,
you?
there's certain things I just don't mess with due to where I stand.
Yo, how goes it? Okay, see you around. See ya.
Yeah, so compared to
This is getting exciting
other Dragon
already.
Ball fighting games, where does this stand? This is cream of the crop. It really is.
Who's gonna be my next opponent?
It's better than Budokai. I think it's personally, I never wanted to play Xenoverse.
I'm not too rusty.
There's something about Xenoverse and the way it looks to me. It just wasn't appealing. Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero, once I started seeing it in action, I'm like, yeah, this is it. It could be the space of the area. You know, I don't like claustrophobic boards anymore. That's why games like Titanfall, the multiplayer Titanfall
Anybody strong around
don't
here?
necessarily work for me anymore because of the open space in games like Apex Legends, open space in games like Fortnite. Claustrophobic boards just don't work for me anymore.
Contestant number 17, would you like to give a comment?
It's not bad. It's really, really not bad. It feels like the controls kind of feel like a battle version of Dragon Ball Kakarot, something made for battles more so than the exploration of a level. You know, it's more tailored to the battle versus the exploration. And it's not bad. Dragon Ball Kakarot is pretty good. But again, the problem with Dragon Ball Kakarot for me, why it's hard for me to come back,
Hey, how come Vegeta's not here?
is we know all the stories. So to go back and play through the stories over and over again, it just don't sit right with me. I'm 37. I made 37 last Thursday, a week ago. I seen some of Dragon Ball. I was there through all of Dragon Ball Z. I was part of the people that skipped over GT. I'm a Dragon Ball super fan.
Contestant number 17,
So
would you like to give a comment?
the stories, outside of GT, I know the stories. I've seen the reruns. I've binge watched,
Hey, how come Vegeta's not here?
and all of that stuff. So to have to do it again, it's lazy.
Contestant number 17,
It's a bit
would
lazy.
you like to give a comment?
But as a fighting game, it is in the top. It's just like I said, this might be my new gaming hall. And what really saved it for me was the Super Trainer.
Piccolo, he's in good hands with you.
If you're looking for
How goes it?
good story content, I'm pretty sure the episode battles are set up nicely. It's the Dragon Ball Z game. They gotta give you that feeling. But the custom battles is where this game shines. The different story possibilities. Like I said, you might end up following a creator who actually have a good story.
Let's eat.
They might actually have a good story arc that makes you want to keep coming back. Like, ooh, I wonder what's gonna happen next.
You got all kinds of cool stuff, Trunks.
Official rating 2 G's up.
Let's go.
Good game.
It's good to see you, Dad.
Would I recommend buying? If you're a fighting game fanatic,
Contestant number
yeah.
17. Would you like to give
If you're a kid who haven't played through the Dragon Ball Z
Well,
story yet,
Hope I'm not too rusty.
sure. If you're not a fighting game fan and you know the Dragon Ball Z story,
You've grown to become quite strong.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Now I want to see your
Personally.
improvements up close.
You know, if you don't care for Dragon Ball Z and you're just a fighting game fan, like, it's a good fighting game. It's solid. Thumbs up for fighting game fans. But if you don't care for fighting games, you're more first-person shooters. You're like, Dragon Ball Z story sucks. I'd rather go play Naruto or something. Then this game ain't for you. Because outside of just fighting, the story mode is where they wanted to shine. Everybody done played through the story of Dragon Ball Z 10 million times. Every Dragon Ball Z puts you through the same process.
Well,
Here's the story. Here's a few what ifs. Have fun. You know?
contestant number 17?
What if Majin Buu absorbed Krillin? What if... Like, I remember that in Budokai. Stuff like that. So, it's not... You're not getting anything new as far as story.
Piccolo might be disappointed.
The only new
if I
stories
lose.
you're getting
I can't let
are the fan created.
He's in good hands
And
with you.
a lot of people might not be as creative because everybody wants to see the normal right now. Their way of Hit versus Goku, Jill
Check it
versus
out. It's a
Goku.
new kind of tablet.
You know, make Vegeta great again. So it's going to be a lot of Vegeta versus Goku,
I'll show you. Just wait.
you know,
What
and
kind of training should I do next?
Yep, it's all
it's just not really the best sometimes.
Check it out. It's a new kind of tablet.
So the creativity that they're looking for when it comes to tougher battles,
So Lord Beerus
I'm pretty sure you'll find it,
here.
but it might be hard to
Check
find.
it out. It's a new kind of tablet.
Can it be played competitively? Anything could be played competitively. Shit. If you got siblings, getting to that front seat of the car is competitive. You know, anything could be played competitively. Do I think it has a real life as like a tournament bringer? Not really.
So Lord Beerus and the others
Just
were
be
here.
just due to the health balance issue. If all characters had the same health, then I say yeah. But all
I'll show
characters aren't
you.
created
Just
equal.
wait.
It has nothing to do with power level. It's just the health. You know, because there's always characters that's weaker than some of the other characters. Or their attacks aren't as cool or something, you know. But in all essence, the health thing stops it from being competitive. Health is not
So
easy.
Lord Beerus
If
and
we're
the
not
others
all
were
starting
here.
on the same level, as far as health wise, you know, I just got to keep my guard up, you know, or I get my
I could cure my boredom.
attacks in there. It's not going to be fair
excellent. Then our
because we're going to see a lot of
in motion.
Goku versus Goku, Goku versus Vegeta, Goku versus Zamasu, Vegeta versus Furious. Maybe throw in some hidden some Jill. We're not going to get every fight's going to be the same, and that's not competitive. There's no mix-up.
Check it
Like
out.
if everybody
It's a new
keeps,
kind of tablet.
you know, if everybody picked the Lakers or Golden State when Golden State went on their run. Now you're just gonna see Golden State versus Golden State.
Me too. Let's eat.
So they killed their competitive, you know, at least substantial competitive environment. Because Dragon Ball Z fans are Dragon Ball Z fans. You know, fighting game fans. They want to be competitive, they're going to be competitive, even if you got to see the same match over and over.
Really wish I could cure my boredom.
But to actually make it where it could be an esport, it's not made like that. It's just not made like that. Their main focus on this game is the custom battle.
You just wait.
Why? Because we know Dragon Ball Z. So give us a Dragon Ball universe that we don't know. And that's my problem. Like I said, that's my biggest problem with this game. That's my biggest pet peeve. This is a new universe. It's Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero. It's not Dragon Ball Super. It's not Dragon Ball GT. It's not Dragon Ball Z. This is Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero. This has no official timeline outside of what we're creating now. So to say that Yamcha is the weakest, Tien is the weakest, Krillin is the weakest, in a universe we haven't stepped foot in until now, I think it's doing this game a big disservice. When power level goes by how much you play as a character, how much you train. You start all the characters at the same level and let you train and play with characters to boost them up. To make them OP would have been better. I think they really missed out with a character creation. Like I'm coming from Jump Force into this. The character creation in Jump Force, the ability to mix and match abilities, they really missed a big opportunity here.
What kind of training should I do next?
You know, it would have really helped the custom battles shine a little bit more too, because now I could create myself as the star of a Dragon Ball episode. So that's a missed opportunity in itself. Outside of those two things, it's a solid game. It's really a solid game. Just the character health balance and the inability to create a custom character are the two shittiest things of this game. So, Dragon Ball Super. I said Super. Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero. Not Dragon Ball Super Sparkling Zero. Not Dragon Ball Z Sparkling Zero. Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero. I will officially give 2 G's up. The highest you could get. Good game.
Whis, I'm starving over here.
The scaling, it goes, the highest is good game, the lowest is game. It's a game. You know, like, it's good. You know, it's a game, or it's a good game. This is a good game.
Check it out. It's a new kind of
2
tablet.
G's up. Not just good, it's a good game. Solid gaming mechanics, solid graphics,
What kind of training
solid
should I
world,
do next?
and because it's Dragon Ball, of course they have a solid story.
Me too. Let's eat.
Because that's why it's around so long. It has a solid story.
Ready to roll when you are, sire.
Solid gameplay mechanics, solid fighting game mechanics. There's really only 2, 3 buttons.
So
You know, you
Lord
got your
Beer's
punch
and
button,
the
which is
others were
square,
here.
your Q blast, which is triangle, your perception button, which is circle, and your X button is your dash. Right?
This thing is so
You
cool.
combine this button with that button, you get these effects. You combine this button with that button, you get those effects. You combine, right. So, how to combine buttons and how to mix up things
What kind of
is
training should I do
important.
next?
Because it still requires a mix-up. You gotta have a mix-up.
This thing is so cool.
If you don't mix it up, you know, you run into the same pattern. The same pattern becomes easier to
Whis, I'm
block and down.
starving over here.
What kind of training
Things
should I
like
do
that.
next?
But as far as buttons to get confused, there's not a lot of buttons to get confused.
Are the repairs to
When
the
it comes
peel-off
to just
machine
punch,
finished
punch,
yet?
You know?
Yep, it's all set.
I motion that we ask Miss Bulma to cook something for us.
Who is this game made for?
What kind of training should I do next?
It's a solid fighting game. If you're into fighting games, it's for you. If you're not into Dragon Ball Z,
What can that thing do anyway?
but you're into fighting games, it's for
Now
you.
that that's out of the way, I think it's about time
Because
we
it's
found
a solid
something to
fighting game.
snack on.
You can find a way to
Let's
just get in there. Fighting game mechanics is good. You know, just as a fighting game, it's good. If you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, it's for you. If you're not either of those things, this game is not for you. It's not groundbreaking in the sense of
It's a new kind
you
of
like
tablet.
it's something I gotta try. You know, it doesn't bring anything new to the fighting game genre that hasn't been done.
Excellent. Then
So
our
it's not
latest plan is already
something
in motion.
that the non-fighting game gamer has to go get. Like they said they ain't never did that before, or that ain't never happened in a fighting game before. I gotta go get it. It's nothing like it's not generational changing like that.
Cool.
If you're tired, if you have Dragon Ball Z Burnout, you watch the episode, you know, you got all the characters, you know all the characters, and you just like, I was hoping for something different in the universe. I don't think this is necessarily for you. Because again, the meat of the story comes from the episode battle. The episode battle,
I'll show
you know the
just
episode
wait.
battles. If you already have Burnout, you're gonna be burnt out. There's no world for you to explore outside of training, where you could just kind of have the computer sit there and explore. You know, it's not like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot where you could actually find side missions and do all this other shit. It's very streamlined. If you have Dragon Ball Burnout, this game isn't for you. You're already gonna be like, I just did this in the last game. I went through the story in the last game. Custom battles, if you're willing to see how other people view Dragon Ball,
It's good to see you, Dad.
you know, and things like that,
Yeah, you got this, Gohan.
then that's cool.
Oh, hey,
You know, because you might actually come across a good story. Custom battles are fan fiction for Dragon Ball Z fans. If you're into fan fiction,
So Lord Beerus
you're into
and
Dragon
others
Ball
were
Z,
here.
and you're into gaming, custom battles for you.
See ya.
I'm trying to find something to be like,
Take care out there.
Hey, how are you?
here's why you gotta get it. And personally, I can't find anything to be like, here's why you have to get it. Outside of just being a Dragon Ball Z fan. You know, there's nothing that's like groundbreaking. There's nothing that's
That was rather
super
nerve-wracking.
unique. Yeah, it's a good fighting game. This probably be I'm thinking of making this my gaming home.
Well,
I haven't had a gaming home. Why? Because one, I could play offline. Two, I could just go into training
uses his full power.
and train the whole time. I like a lot of my videos so far have been me and just training. I've trained for like an hour and a half without blinking my eye type shit. You know? Just because I like
Contestant Tien Shinhan, do you have anything to say about the
I like
fight?
I don't know, I like the competitiveness, not to have to worry about time limit or running out of health bar, because those aren't real
I wonder who I'm gonna be
necessarily
fighting first.
indications of who's winning the fight. So, for a long time, oh man, ever since like Tekken 3, for me, the meat of fighting games always came from the training mode. If I could train, I'd rather versus somebody in the training ground. We set our time limit for 5 minutes, and we have 3 people judge the fight. You know, so like health bars don't necessarily matter, even though they could count as a point. Who got the most? Who went through the most health bars? You know, things like how many combo switch up variations you have, the ability to control a fight, things like that should determine who's the winner of the fight in a fighting game. Not
Wonder if there's anybody strong around here.
you're good at putting in inputs fast and the health bar goes away. Like if you do the same combo, and just because it's a big combo, right?
If Goku uses his full
You're like,
power, he'll blow this place
it's a
to
20-hit combo.
smithereens.
In 20 hits, I didn't block not one of those to interrupt your combo. You're drunk because I'm here fighting. You're not playing against the computer. I'm here fighting. My defense is pretty solid. Some people don't know how to not do combos. So you ever
Tell me, what kind of opponents do you enjoy?
block or sidestep and you watch a person do
Really
10 million
excited to
hits
test out my skills.
after you're out the way and they keep going in the opposite direction?
Goku
Some people are
uses
just
his full
combo masters.
power, he'll blow this
That don't
place
make you
to
good
smithereens.
in the fight because you don't know how to switch up your combo. You know what I mean? That don't, just because you mastered a combo don't make you a master of the game and the fight. So I just rather do things that way. Right. Some people only know how to play
Piccolo
one
might
way.
be disappointed if I lose.
Like some people
I can't let him
spam the
down.
perception button. You spam the perception button, but are you really good at blocking? No, because you ain't never used the block button once. Some people don't know how to keep their guard up. So I play fighting games different now.
If you take this fight serious,
You know, a lot of my fights, even when they're lower level,
I'm gonna be fighting first.
my lower level fights go to, usually I lose or win to the clock. It's a timeout. My higher level fights sometimes times out. Why? Because I know how to keep my distance, I know how to keep up my guard, and I fight to a stalemate.
Contestant number 17. Would you like
I'm
to
like, damn, I can't get through. I know my combos are better. I know I'm a stronger fighter. Like, you rely too
Really
much
excited
on
to test out my skills.
offense versus defense. Like, how does he keep escaping? Defense. Just to make the smart moves. For example, if I hit a good parry and I fly up, there's no way that you're going to tell me, even after my parry, just because you keep pressing the button fast, you're going to hit me again. I staggered you, and in that time to stagger, I flew up to
Really
create the
excited to
distance.
test out my skills.
Now, unless you come flying up chasing me, there's no way your combo is going to keep going. And that's just things you face in games sometimes. You know, there's all types of fighters. It's a fighting game. You got your button master, you got your combo master, you got your, in this game now, you got your perception master, right? All they do is press the perception button. You got a person that always holds the block button.
Hey, how come Vegeta's not
And
here?
you might have actual balanced players. You got people that shoot shit at you, you know, your spammers that spam key blast or shit to shoot across you from screen. Like, those things don't change in video games, in fighting games. As long as you could throw a fireball or something across the screen, there will always be a person to spam that. You know? There's always going to be a person who just keeps tapping. They like, I can tap it faster, you got no time to make an input.
Hope I'm not too
You
rusty.
know? Like,
If Goku uses his full
some people that only
he'll
think
blow this
combos,
place
that
to
combos are king.
smithereens.
It's not a lot of balanced fighters. Me personally, I prefer to be balanced. Why? Because you got 2 blocks, right? Maybe 3
I'm real excited to
before
test
you
out my
really look like
skills.
an asshole to me. If I attack and the person blocked my first 3 attacks, then I need to grab that motherfucker
Goku uses his full power he'll
in
blow
order
this
to break
place
the
to
guard.
smithereens.
But I can't just keep attacking while the person holding the block, looking like Goten versus Vegeta. I mean, yeah, Trunks versus Vegeta. You know, just keep your guard up.
Wonder if there's anybody
Like, and
strong
motherfuckers
around
just won't
here.
stop attacking to find a different way around the solution, around the guard. Like, you could tell the difference between a combo master and a balanced player. Again, 1, 2, 3, right? Maybe 3. I try not to do 3, but sometimes I get caught in the 3 numbers. Right?
Goku uses his full power
1, 2, 3.
he'll blow this place to smithereens.
Tap, 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 right? They guard all 3 of them. On that 4th one, I should be holding down the button to get a guard break.
I'm real excited to test out my skills.
If they figure out my numbers, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 on beat, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Block, 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 guard break. Block, 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 guard break. Eventually they're gonna be like, All right, it's block, 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 guard break. So I got to go, they block. You got to be block, block, guard break. Or jab, jab, guard break. To mix up the numbers of when you throw in a guard break. You might need to throw in a guard break on your first hit. Because you can't, people set you up with the jab for the guard break. A lot of people don't even use guard break. They just jab, 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 jab. And, kind of fight like Manny Pacquiao. Speed versus power. They're hoping that when they tag you, they sting you enough with the jab to throw you off balance. But sometimes you got to throw a haymaker. You can't just be like, this person guarding, but I'm going to keep doing my 20-hit combo because now my muscle memory says, keep doing the combo. Like, I'm blocking everything in the combo. Why keep doing the combo? Then they'll finish the combo and try to go back into it. Like, how about you do a guard break? How about you do a grab? You could mix it up. You could do the first half of the combo. You could do these 4 steps. Do a guard break. And then restart the combo. And it's just a mix up. But that's fighting game stuff. And you know how that goes. Overall though, 2 G's up, good game. And if you're into Dragon Ball Z World, I would suggest getting it. If you're not, it's not groundbreaking enough for me to be like, it's a must-have.
might be disappointed if I lose. I can't let him down.
It's not a must-have. Like, Mortal Kombat hasn't been groundbreaking enough for me to be like, it's a must-have. The last breakthrough for Mortal Kombat was really Mortal Kombat 4. Because Mortal Kombat 4 introduced the ability to 3D sidestep, like Tekken, and the ability to interact with the level, to pick up weapons and to pick up items and shit outside that fall on the level. Mortal Kombat 4 is the last groundbreaking Mortal Kombat. To be like, it's a must-have.
I wonder who I'm gonna be fighting first.
Street Fighter hasn't done anything groundbreaking. Tekken 7, they started adding in modifier buttons and shortcuts to certain combos. That's pretty groundbreaking. As to where you can hold down your charge button like in Dragon Ball Z. In Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero, they bring up a move list and you press a button to press the move list, along with traditional combos, the 3D environment. Tekken 7 was groundbreaking.
Well, you were the one who
it broke new ground in the franchise. This hasn't done anything to break new ground.
Wonder if there's anybody strong around here.
So if you're not a fan, it's not a must-have. It's not a necessity to add to your library. But I would, because it's Dragon Ball Z. It's Dragon Ball. The characters are known. It's already a loved world. You might have a loved one or someone that's like, ooh, can I play? To get them excited about games. If you want to share it with somebody, if you want to share your love and passion for video games, licensed games always help. Naruto, Dragon Ball, it's not a lot that's actually good outside the anime genre. If it's an anime genre licensed game, I suggest it. Like Gungrave is pretty good. But anyway, that's my review. GabGames.com official review of Dragon Ball Super. What gives me the right to do an official review? 1, I have the freedom of speech. I can say what the fuck I like.
Well, you were the one who helped
2,
me grow stronger, Piccolo.
I have 26 official hours in the video game. I haven't owned the game for 24 hours. I have 26 in-game hours. So I've been playing for a full day. I lived a day in the life. And 3, I'm 37. I've been gaming since I was 5. That's 35 years of gaming experience talking. So, GG, good game, Gab Games, GabGames.com.
I wonder
Talk
who I'm
about
gonna...
it.